Hopkins and Centennial. You saw the Cougars win to advance. Hopkins beat Lakeville North by 22 in the quarterfinals. They've also got the best player in the country. That's Sarah Lavelle for Centennial. Hopkins' best player. She's sitting second from the left, wearing number 1. Paige Bueckers. After Centennial scored first, this is Paige Bueckers. Poke steal, fast break, easy deuce. So we're tied at 2. More Royal defense on the court, deflected to Bueckers, who converts again in transition. Half court for Hopkins, and Bueckers up and under move, wishes that into the well. Bueckers pulls up on her way to the hoop, scores and draws the foul. She converts. You've seen her make 4 buckets, and Hopkins has a 15-5 lead. Down 12, Centennial's Jodi Anderson scores in transition, avoiding the charge call, 2 of her 14. Anderson back at it off the miss. She battles into one of her 8 rebounds and a 3-point play. She made the free throw. Now Anderson from distance. She was the perfect 3 for 3 from downtown. Still a 13-point Royal lead, though. Into the second, where persistence pays off for Sara Stapleton. 16.6 rebounds and 4 blocks as she picks up a pair there. More from Stapleton. Quick make from close pulls the Cougars within 16. Royals go back to Bueckers, who cans it from the baseline. And we go back-to-back Bueckers. This time she goes over the defender and off the window. And how about back-to-back-to-back Bueckers? She takes it on the cut, rises up and uses the glass. Bueckers with 28 points, 7 assists, 5 steals, 4 rebounds, 3 blocks. Partridge in the pear tree. Hopkins beats Centennial 75-51.
Our goal was to chip away at their lead and get it to 10 by the media timeout, and it went the other direction. And when we were playing, we tried to play a zone to contain, and then they just dribble around up top using clock, and so we went man. And I thought Jodi Anderson did an okay job of staying in front of Bueckers, but she just shot up. She just rose up and shot over her and scored, like, I don't know, 4 times in a row down. We didn't know what else to try doing with her. She's a phenomenal player.
It definitely feels like they have 7 people on the floor. They know how to get in the passing lanes, ball pressure, not get beat. It was a challenge, and we knew it was coming, but we tried our hardest.
Yeah, it's hard to get the practice you want because they're such a talented team, so you don't really get that experience with any other team. So it's definitely a new experience, and I think it will help us get better for next game.
They did have a next game, although they lost in the semifinals. You see the 22-point difference there. Now, the scores were all over the place. 75-51, I think, was the official number, but I've seen 3 different scores on 3 different sources. Paige Bueckers, we talked about her giant numbers. They had a couple other players in double figures as well. Sara Stapleton, Jodi Anderson did the heavy lifting. Taylor McCauley, a slow game, probably because Paige Bueckers was guarding her most of the way. So that ends the hopes for a title, but the Cougars had one more as they did play in the 3rd place game.